On June the 13th, 2025, farming communities and settlements at Yelwata, a border community in Benue State, came under attack by armed men. One of the survivors, while recounting his ordeal, says 5 members of his family were killed by the attackers.
I said, let me come here. Whether the government has something to do with us, maybe it can help us. That is the reason why I'm here, sir. Because it affects me. They kill my father on this crisis.
The community, an agro-allied processing hub, became deserted while displaced community members made do in an IDP camp in Kogi, the Benue state capital. 6 months after, one of the community leaders in the IDP camp appealed for security support from the government to enable them to return and defend their land against external aggression.
Going back to our home is a solution. We cannot depend on government alone. Our government cannot continue feeding us. So we want to go back so that people can access their farms that are closer. You know, some women, they plant vegetables, some have nearby farms around them. And if we don't go back, automatically we are telling the world that these people will come and take over our land.
However, an indigene of the community who lost over 34 family members in the attack says local communities need to volunteer information to security agencies in the wake of the U.S. designation of Nigeria as a country of particular interest.
We believe that with sincerity from the part of the Nigerian government, a solution will be found, and executed appropriately. So as much as we continue to call for the resettlement of our people back to their ancestral lands, we also very vehemently call for the arrest of all the perpetrators of this act by the same Nigerian government in order to show her sincerity in this fight.
However, Governor Hyacinth Alia, while presenting the 2026 appropriation bill, alludes to the security challenges, even as he says peace has been restored.
Coordinated attacks from terrorists and criminal elements. Benue State did not bow. We responded with courage, discipline, and unity of purpose. And so today, a relative peace has returned to those affected communities.
In neighboring Kogi State, the issue of kidnapping along the Lokoja-Okene Highway remains a nightmare for travelers. The Obajana-Lokoja Road, an alternative, is not better, leaving residents at the mercy of kidnappers who terrorize that axis. Insecurity is even more worrisome in Kwara State, which was largely peaceful before the 3rd and 4th quarters of 2025. Kwara State was jolted with an attack on Bambala community in Ifelodun local government area, with several villagers kidnapped. Another attack on a church in Eruku of Ekiti local government left 3 dead and 23 kidnapped. Though the victims were rescued by security operatives, the attacks continued in other communities, especially Ishapa, with the abduction of the traditional ruler of Bayagan.
I also want to attribute this to lack of sincerity on the part of government. When I say government, I'm not particular about a state government, but government generally. Why? Because they didn't build the capacity of the security agencies, especially the police. The military have taken over the duty of police, which the duty of the police is to maintain peace and order in the country, while the military is for external and sovereignty. But now every little thing you drive the police. So they have reduced the capacity of the military, and the police has always been put by one side by the government.
Of the 3 senatorial districts, both Kwara South and North senatorial districts continue to experience intermittent attacks. As the state government, in collaboration with the Office of the National Security Advisor, collaborate to curtail the attacks, with several achievements recorded, leading to the rescue of victims and dislodging of the attackers, residents remain optimistic that peace will return to the affected areas.